Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning. It's really early here. It's like around 6:30 a.m. It's a beautiful just morning here in Laureles, Medellin. And I don't know what I'm gonna say. I'm just hit the record button and I'm just reflecting a little bit. It's the last day of the year. It's December 31st. Like I said, around 6:30 or so. I got up a little while ago and the sunrise was just beautiful. It was like really golden, and I'm here in my favorite neighborhood, but I'm feeling like a little bit. It's interesting. I'm feeling a little bit torn. Um, this year has been difficult, to be honest with you. It's been challenging. Um, the business with my gallery ended, and I'm going on to new chapters. And like I said, I'm going on to new chapters, and I feel like a little bit, yeah, torn. Um, I have my residency here in Colombia, and I, I love it here. Like I love the nature. I just love traveling around, going around for these trips on my motorcycle, and seeing the natural life. But I've really had some like, yeah, just really difficult experiences here, to be honest with you. And part of it's, me. I have to take responsibility for some of the stuff that I did a business here, and I came here and I had this idea to bring this cultural center there, and I did that. And so, I actually accomplished that. But all the relationships and all the stuff, like at the end, I feel like a little bit bitter about. Like it's just I feel like people. I just feel like here in Medellin, like every like little business opportunity, business situation, people always try to like take advantage rather than try to be like, okay, let's work out something that's good for everybody and like be reasonable about it. Like people have like threatened to burn down my business. People have done like all these crazy things. Like if you don't fucking pay me, like they've gotten like very aggressive and like threatening. People have been threatening me basically, and so it just shows like the dark side of, I guess, of Medellin and Colombia. Like people, they say people are nice, but I've gotten a lot of threats, including my landlord has threatened to like, you know, deport me and all these other stuff. I'm like, I'm willing to pay like what like we'll close this out. Like it didn't work out. Like to be honest with you, like I think we just have like a different perspective on how we treat clients. Like for me, if I have clients, I'm like, what else can I do for you? How can I help you? And here it's like, what can I get from you? That's the ultimate like takeaway that I get. It's like, what can I get from you? As long as and then as soon as you're not giving them something, like they're not getting something out of it, like immediately they like they're like screw you, like F you. And it's like all those times that you had like paid for them or helped them, it's like that's all out the window. And so it's just like the dark side of like, I guess, the culture here. It's like, is if you're not doing something for them, they're just, yeah, they totally turn against you like real quick. So it's just, that's been my experience. I don't know, maybe people have other experiences, like they feel like, everyone here is super nice. I mean, there is another side of it, like where you go out into the world and people are very helpful. Like there's stuff that happens in in Colombia that would never happen in the States. Like if you're just lost, you need help with stuff, people will take time to like help you out, which doesn't happen in the States. But the other side of it is like, you know, yeah, I feel like I don't know. Business is probably tough everywhere, but anyways, my experience here at the end was been kind of like soured, to be honest with you. Like, doing business in Colombia, like I wouldn't do it again. And but I love the culture here. I love the like ambiance, to be honest with you, and I love like my lifestyle. That's the things that I really like the most. Um, and I liked the fact that I have my apartment, and obviously like there's a lot of stuff that I get out of being here, right? Like, um, things are less expensive than they would be in maybe some other areas in the United States and in Europe. So I get to live like a higher quality of life for a lower cost. So I am getting something out of it. So it's kind of like everything has its cost, right? That's kind of like what it comes to. Everything has its cost and it has its like pluses and minus. And whenever you get something like cheaper or you get something at a better price, you're also like sacrificing something else. So it's like you live in Colombia and you get this great life, right, for like a lower cost. But you have to deal with all these other kind of like inconsistencies, and like things that happen that just wouldn't happen in other cultures, right? Like I don't know, people trying to rip you off like over small stuff, like petty things. People are like people are petty here. That's what it is. It's like people are trying to get at you for like amounts of money all the time. That's been my experience. Um, and so I feel like the more removed you are from that, the better. The more you just kind of like do your own thing. I tried to like really integrate into the culture, and I have a lot of friends, who are from here, and a lot of people that I've met and who I care for. But I feel like I'm happier here the less I'm like actually like involved completely in the culture. It's kind of crazy because I really wanted to like integrate and like have a business here and work with people here. But at the end, I just it ended up really going sour. Just after all the people, various times, people just coming after me after petty stuff, like employees, like just like I paid them well, I did everything I was supposed to do, and then they kind of like turned on me, and that happened like every single time. I thought maybe like okay, you know, this happened once and it's just that person, but it just like repeatedly happened. Like it's okay, this is a pattern. This is how like they treat people here. So it's kind of like okay, it's just the way that it is. It's not. I'm not crazy. Like it's not just a one off, right? It's like it's happening over and over again, and so like I believe I want to stay here. I'm cleaning up the stuff, ending my business. I'm paying everybody off, which has ended up being a lot of money, and it's been very challenging. I'll go into more of the details about that later. But I don't know. I mean, I'm going to focus on my video production, so I'm interested to see how it goes. I think there's amazing stories here, and there's people who have a lot of resilience. But there's a lot of challenging things that have happened to me here in Colombia, and I've been tested. I definitely had this similar feeling. Like I had my California shirt on, which is funny. I didn't even plan this, but I um, I felt the same way about California after a while. Like I had this like, I fell in love with the city. I had this love affair with California, with Los Angeles. And then after like 10 years, I kind of got like sick of certain things of the culture there. Like, so maybe the same thing's happening to me here. Like I'm 8 years in Medellin. I'm kind of reaching that almost the 10-year mark where I'm like, I loved it. But then you're seeing all the kind of like the actual real problems, and then maybe looking for something different. But I think everywhere you go, there you are. Obviously, there's everywhere you go, there you are. Another thing is like every single area, everywhere place you live has like these benefits, and then they have these things that have issues with it. And then at some point, like you kind of get sick of the issues, right? Like you enjoy all the benefits, but then you're like, okay, I don't know. With like living in the United States for me, it was like I got really sick of like everyone talking about politics all the time, and like everyone like arguing about stuff, and then all the people just like arguing about stupid stuff. Like I think ethnicity, sex, like people are like, they just go crazy on that stuff and like always arguing about it. I'm like, okay, be what you want to be, but just don't argue with me about it. Like for me, I'm like, it's fine, but like I just don't want to like sit when I'm having dinner, like just argue about those things. I just want to chill. And so that bothered me about the States. Here, I think it's like people, there's also this whole political stuff, and they just raised the minimum wage to 2 million pesos, which they put it up like 23%, which is a lot. So I'm not sure how that's all going to work. Like everything is raising prices here. So that's another thing. So there's other ideas, maybe living in another part of Colombia that's not so, I guess, gentrified or so like gringofied. Like there's so many foreigners here. And I think this, what happens is like people come here. It's a crazy bird. People come here and they see the price is cheap, and then they just like, oh, this is that price, and they're like, oh, just throw this on top of it, and they pay more. But I don't think that's actually a good thing to do. Like I don't know why people arrive in another country or something and they're like, oh, that's so cheap, just take double. I'm like, just pay what it is. Like you don't have to give all this extra money. Like if that's what the price is in this place, pay that, and then just be happy with it. You don't have to like be like, oh, like throwing money around. It's like okay, like I go to a certain area and the price is this, that's their price. That's fine. I think that's what also kind of raises the prices a lot. I have a lot of opinions on all these things, but um, yeah, my main point is I guess I'm venting, and I've had a lot of challenges recently. I want to see like tell the story of how I got through this. You know, if I ended up staying in Medellin or if I ended up leaving, or right now I kind of want to just kind of buckle down. Like it's I think also the other thing I'll say about Medellin is an easier city just to have fun. Like it's hard to like it's hard to like really like focus on work and stuff like that. It's just like it's like everything says there's like this fun like social culture, there's lots of beautiful women, there's lots of like the dating scene is great, hang out with your friends, so it's like easy to be like, oh, I have this stuff to do, and then I'll just screw off for a little while, I'll do it later. So it's like it gets kind of tricky, that part of Medellin, I think. So but my plan is, what I really want to do is just focus in on my projects, my audiovisual production work. If anyone needs production work, I'm here. That's what I'm doing. I'm editing videos. I'm helping people make content, share their stories of their businesses. And so, I'll be interested to see what my plan is with 2026. Is to really like buckle down and just like get into it. Like I got my studio all set up. I got my apartment all set up, and just like get into this like zone of like really working hard and just going to the gym. I'm doing calisthenics right now at the park. I just want to like get to the next like Rob 2.0, Rob 2.2.2.0, where I'm just like super fit. I'm already like thin and like starting to get cut, but I want to get like really fit and just really zoned in on my work, make amazing content. So I think these next couple of years, I would like to finish the projects that I started here in Medellin, make the documentary projects, work on some projects with brands, and like really come into my own as an audiovisual producer. Like I've been doing it for a long time, but I'm like at the point where I'm like, this is the focus that I'm going to do, And so I think it's important to have that focus, like to have that, my friend was talking about, like that laser focus. You got to get into the zone and just laser focus on what you're doing. And so that's my plan. I just wanted to share this little video with everybody. And I think sometimes these videos that I don't plan is like, it's actually, they're good. I'm just being honest. I'm just telling my opinion. Everyone can have a different opinion. They can say, no, it's not like that. It's like this. Okay, that's fine. These are just my opinions and my experiences of how I've happened in my experience as like someone who came from the United States, who grew up in Massachusetts, near Boston, and Worcester, Massachusetts. And like my specific experience, people always like, kind of like, that's not how it is. But it's different if you're, I don't know, an Asian American coming into a different culture, because you get treated differently. Like we did the interview with Amanda, who was an Asian American, and she looks a lot different. There's not a lot of Asian people here, so people are like harassing her or following her around, and like maybe that doesn't happen to me because I don't stick out as much. I stick out, but not as much. So everyone has like their different experience with different things. Where I grew up, it's like Worcester, Massachusetts, and then living in California, it's such a mixed culture. Like you have every different culture, like tons of them. Like you have a whole sections of the city that are even dedicated to different cultures. Here in Colombia, there's like Colombians, and then there's like a small percentage of extranjeros. And even though people say there's a lot of foreigners coming here, it's still a very small percentage of the population that is like different people. That's why it's still like foreigners are different, so you still you stick out here, and it's something that actually like I enjoy being different. It's something that's like I've actually enjoyed about being here. So I'm not, it's a cultural exchange, and I'm also different than other people, and I like that. I like that about it. So I've enjoyed that part of it, and I think other people have enjoyed the stuff that I brought here as well. And I want to continue to do that. I'm gonna start making my videos. LaFond Social. Right now it's on Instagram as lafond.social. I'm going to change it to, I think, just LaFond Social later on, after I have to change the handle. But I have the Instagram. It's going to show lots of different places to go in and around Colombia, around Medellin. Follow that Instagram. I'm almost going to do the events that I do. I will be posted on that Instagram account, and I will be posting like I said, stuff that the adventures that I go on, like little things to learn, places to go. Kind of me as a tastemaker. I have very specific stuff that I like to do. Certain moto trips, certain getaways outside of the city that I like to do, and so that I'll just be like, showing all that stuff. And that's it. This is my video of the end of the year. Wrap up. It's like I said, it's a little bittersweet, but I vented and I feel better. I hope you feel better. And I hope you got some knowledge out of it, some experience. That's all you can really share. At the end of the day, people can't. I don't believe people can tell you to do things or how to do things. I mean, people can teach you things, right? But all we have is our own experience, and then you can look at the experience of other people and how that can apply to you, or how that you can learn from that. That's what I do. Is I tell my experience. I don't know how everyone else sees it or how everything else works. I know little, but I know that I have my experience, and I've been here living in Medellin for over 8 years solid, staying here, living, not going back and forth, living here in Laureles in this apartment, having a business, working with people consistently. So this is my real experience. It's not like I'm saying oh, I did this and a little bit of that, a little bit of this. I've been here full time, full businesses, clothing brand, also LaFond Medellin. We'll be selling that again, and having my gallery. So I did that full on. I didn't dip my toe in it. I actually ran businesses here, created a full on business society. Did everything at the Chamber of Commerce. I did all that stuff fully. So I've been here. I have my experience. I would say is valid because I really lived it. And I've been out into these remote areas of Colombia. I've been out on my motorcycle just last week over past Nariño, Argelia. All these people say don't go. That's where the ELN is and all these things. And I've been on these little paths on rural Colombia on my motorcycle. So I've been everything from the big cities to mountain little roads where people say do not go, it's dangerous. And I've experienced that stuff. I really been out there. I've seen Colombia. I've seen a lot more of Colombia than a lot of people who are from here. And so I'm going to continue to do that because I do love this country, and I love the natural life, and I love the animals. That's what I love more than anything. It's more than people. I love the animals and the natural life. That's why I'm here. That's what's drawn me to it. Is the pure beauty. Colombia is beautiful. And that's what I love about it. So I'll keep on telling you my story. LaFond Social, real stories, real culture, real Colombia, real places, real stories, real Colombia. And so that's it. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, lafond.social, soon to be just LaFond Social, and get to do some events with us here in Medellin and around the other parts of Colombia. I'll be posting events. And like I said, different things that you can learn. So that's my video. I'm signing off. I hope you all have a very happy new year. I love you all. Thanks for joining my channel. Thanks for watching my content. Thanks for being a part of this. We're at 1,100 followers right now. Watch this channel grow up until I think over 5,000 followers in 2026. So that's what I'm gonna say, over 5,000 followers. That's gonna happen. And you're all going to be a part of this. You're going to see the story. I'm going to show you day to day what's going on. And I love you all. Be safe. Take care. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.